right here,
Yo, you feel me?
is a hood anthem. What up, Texas? Yo, what up, South Carolina? We got Atlanta in the house.
Platinum.
What up, Texas? What up, Texas?
Good morning, you beautiful bulldog people, or should I say good afternoon or good evening, whenever you decided to tune in. I did want to go ahead and first off apologize for the delay. It's been a hectic couple weeks, so I wasn't able to sit down and continue the series, but we are going to continue. If you haven't had a chance, I'm going to refer you now to go back and watch episode 1, 2, 3, and catch up if you haven't caught up as of yet. But we're going to continue from there. So, quick recap of what we've talked about. Episode 1 was strictly about Champion Achilles. Going forward, breaking down his pedigree and how he centered the yard. Episode 2 was the first breeding, which was Achilles to Honey Bun, which created the foundation of Borderlands Yard. And then we went into that breeding, what happened with that. After that, the first breeding was Abel to Gemma. And then now we're carrying on the second breeding, which is what I call the tighten up, after watching them grow and matching phenotype, and sort of seeing the ones that carried the heaviest Achilles traits. So what I did with that was I went ahead and did a brother-sister breeding. And we're going to break that down and get into it pretty much. So that's what we're going to go through today, is that brother-sister breeding. So without further ado, first off, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting, and to those that I work closely with. Let's talk about Cracking Kennels, Bug City Radio, Reloaded. If you haven't got your APBT magazine, it's time to go out and get it. Ensure you get your APBT magazines. Good quality, good information in here, man. I've already read it twice, going through it. There's a lot of good articles. And the magazine, like you can see, it's got that glossy shine, good durable material. And yeah, get your APBT magazine. If you can zoom in on that, there you go. Boom, there goes your QR code right there. If you can zoom in, get it with your phone, there it is. Bang. Get your APBT magazine volume 2, and if you still need to, you can also order volume 1, so you can have both of them. They're moving on. Next is volume 3. It's gonna keep on pushing. Shout out to Cracking Kennels. Shout out to Bug City Reloaded. Go get your magazine, people. Go get your magazine. There it is. Loaded. Let's go where Kung Fu Kennels is out there. We got Panalero Kennels for sure. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue on from there. So the very next breeding that we did was going to be, if you remember, Achilles Jr. This was the son of Achilles bred to Honey Bun. And as I said, it was a Belly Mate brother-sister breeding we did. Bred to Gemma. And with the Achilles Gemma breeding, they were the phenotypes of Achilles, but also attitude bulldogs the same. Go, 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 go. I love these two bulldogs to death. Y'all met Gemma. Junior's currently not on the yard. But yeah, we did a brother-sister breeding. And out of that brother-sister breeding, there ended up being a few does that made it. Out of 7, there's 5 available and active. If we go down the line, we have Luna. Luna is currently with TND Kennels with Terry Townsend, and doing well over there, growing well. Kano is currently at Wolverine Dens. He'll be coming back soon. Nika unfortunately passed away, but I do have Medusa and Achilles 3. So Medusa, Achilles 3, Luna, Medusa, Achilles 3, Luna, and Kano. And Nika died in a storm or a blizzard, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead and break these down. We'll take a look at the pedigree, and we'll continue going forward from there. These dogs are currently 20 months old and have great attitudes, great acting bulldogs. Really loving them and how they came about. Different structures on all 4 of them, really. If you take a look at these pictures are kind of old, but yeah, different structures. I want to say that Kano has an Achilles 3, total opposite structures. Kano is built more like Achilles, and Achilles 3 is built more like Gemma. Great builds, great attitudes, great bulldogs. Going forward, they're an excellent adapt, holding the gene pool very well and very tight. So, just before we go break down the pedigree, just remember how Achilles Jr. and how Gemma are bred. They're sons of Champion Achilles and daughter of Champion Achilles. So breeding them together, remember Achilles bred back to his daughter. They're basically 75% of Achilles, of Champion Achilles. And their pedigree looks something like this, or exactly like this. We have Junior and Gemma. So yeah, in the first 3 generations, you have Achilles 4 times, which brings ham bone. This is what I call my tightening sauce. I tightened up on them, and it really worked out for me as far as being able to preserve Champion Achilles and preserve him well, which allows me to do the ounce that I want to do with it. Maybe a little experimenting as well as a little tightening up. And we'll get into some of the outs on the next breeding that happened at Borderland. But I always have this to bring back the base, which is Champion Achilles, and bring it back strong. And going down through the pedigrees, you'll see that not only does it have real tight Achilles, but that out is doubled up as well. So we also have a doubled up out through Shakira, which is both of their grandma. So with Honey Bun, since it's doubled up, it brings a little more of a gene pool still available with being so tight with Champion Achilles. So I really like how that came along. I have one more tighten up breeding I'm gonna do before I guess I would say before I feel I focused enough on Champion Achilles, and it'll be coming soon, so we'll be talking about that later on in the future. But looking down through it, my point on this and why this was such an important breeding for Borderland Kennels is that, one, Champion Achilles has passed on. So now we have, through Achilles 3, Kano, Medusa, and Terry has Luna up there. We'll have pretty much Champion Achilles double bred, but he's really 4 times bred, but 75%. You could get 75% with brother to daughter, and then you could get 75% brought back in another dog by doing brother sister of that breeding. Just a little, I guess you would say, looking at the way it was formulated. And if you look at the percentages on here, that's what it shows you, that Achilles is 75%, Junior's 50%, Gemma's 50%. And then it goes down the line on the gene pool. I believe Hambone is 37% in here. And I mean, you could take a look and figure that out. Go down through the pedigree. But yeah, these pedigrees are this pedigree right here allows me to play around with the Achilles blood that I do have, which I found some niches, and we'll get into that with the next breedings. And still be able to come back to it. And the thing I love about that is that it holds the base real tight, and holding the base real tight is half the battle of preserving a line. Now, doing this type of breeding, culling hard is key, because you also bring all the flaws up. Okay, so with them being what they are, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, if you click on the ped stats, it'll show you right here. 75% Champion Achilles, 50% Junior, 50% Gemma, 50% Honey Bun. So that's the out right there. So as you can see, it's a real small gene pool. But to go back and take a look at this, if we go to Junior and click on his pet stats, and you'll see also 75% Achilles and 50% Honey Bun. And there you have a little more gene pool, but that's a way you can make a dog 75% as well. By father-daughter breeding or mother-son breeding, and then belly mate breedings. It's real tight, real risky. Have to cull very, 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 very hard on the yard. And by cull, I mean you look at everything from structure, teeth, tail, everything. You want everything. You don't want any flaws if you're going to go that tight from the pups before you continue or use them to continue the bloodline. So you cull hard, so it takes time. It takes a lot of time to understand the dog, watch the dog, and know the dog. And that's the key. And for my listeners out here that are new to the dogs, time is of an essence. You do have to take your time, and there's really no rushing it. You can't rush it. Gotta let them grow up. And once they grow up, then you understand what you have and how you can move forward. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about going real tight on a breeding line. And I would assume that would be for any breed of dogs, but definitely I know for my yard that's what I do. The culling process is the most critical process in the game. With that being said, we'll go forward a little more and we'll talk about later on in time the outs and bringing it back in and using this base and how I will use this base. But basically it's to bring the base back tight, bring Achilles back to the front, because everything that's coming out of the yard or everything that will be bred to anything that has like Gemma Gaia, Goldie, Junior, Graham, all of those dogs, if they're out, I can bring the Achilles right back using this process. And so far so well. The dogs are growing up nice, and I'm really liking what I got from this breeding. A lot. And we will continue with it going forward, you know what I mean? What else is there on this? That's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to show the breeding and then show you guys, or give you an idea of why I did that breeding and why it's so important to the future, and how it is possible to tighten up without overdoing it. I mean, some people believe that if you tighten up, and then just use 2 tight dogs and cross out, it works. I haven't tried that process. I tighten up, preserve the line, and then figure out where I'm going forward from there. And also, if I do cross out with these, bringing them back would be idea as well, because it's just as strong. It's basically like breeding champion Achilles to another line and checking that out, letting it grow. Because when a dog is 75% another dog, then you pretty much locked in most of his traits, if not all, with just a little bit of pepper out. Because you can't breed champion Achilles to champion Achilles, so you know how that goes. But we'll go forward from there. I'm going to look at a couple of things, and then when I find it, I'll bring it up. All right. You haven't got your APBT magazine, it's time to go out and get it. Ensure you get your APBT magazines. Good quality, good information in here, man. I've already read it twice going through it. There's a lot of good articles, and the magazine, like you can see, it's got that glossy shine, good durable material. And yeah, get your APBT magazine. If you can zoom in on that, there you go. Boom, there goes your QR code right there. If you can zoom in, get it with your phone, there it is. Bang. Get your APBT magazine volume 2. And if you still need to, you can also order volume 1, so you can have both of them. They're moving on. Next is volume 3. It's going to keep on pushing. Shout out to Kennels. Shout out to Buck City Reloaded. Go get your magazine, people. Go get your magazine. There it is.
Yo, this right here
Yo, you feel me?
is a hood anthem. What up, Texas? Yo, what up, South Carolina?